Hello again, Keith Loki back with another video for the colony. I believe this is going to be the 22nd video, if I'm correct. We're making quite a bit of progress. Or not really progress, because we've had to restart now, because the asteroid base did not work, which doesn't suck per se, but we will be needing to restart. And as you see, I'm currently set up. This is the Scout 5 module, I believe. Yeah, the Mark 5 Scout module. I decided to send this down first just so we can get a general idea of how efficient the area we're going to be landing is at, and just work from there. Most likely going to throw... Actually, we're not going to use that bottom. We need a different bottom. Yeah, that one should work. It's pretty much the exact same, just... Shout... Disable, enable... Let's just disable it. It's pretty much the exact same thing, except it carries mulch, supplies, some machinery. We are going to carry along more supplies, because I don't think 500 is going to last us very long. Where are those supplies, actually? Just need to verify my mic's on. And you might see that I'm now including my webcam. Just because. Oh, whoops. Why don't we have... Okay, actually, one sec. We're using the wrong bottom. Because we want to actually put wheels on this, because we're going to park it where we need it. Because where we land is going to be a bit far off. I'm going to throw some fertilizer in this one, and this one's going to carry us more supplies. There they are. So that should be enough to supply us for a while. And then greenhouse. We're going to need a greenhouse on this because it will produce a little bit of food for itself. Not a very large amount, but just enough to keep it going. Mulch, fertilizer, and electric charge. Throw that full mulch in there. Like, that fertilizer isn't going to really be needed. Yeah, we'll leave that off. We're going to throw a scout pack on it. And also a tiny probe core, because we're going to want to have a bit of control on this, because the person that's going to be going out is going to be an engineer. We're going to be sending Bill, along with... What are those parts? Mallet, some of... or no, yeah, that. We're going to send 4 of those out with them. A wrench and a screwdriver. And we're also going to need some piping. Because once we get everything set up, this most likely will be just taken out. We won't be needing it. But for now, we are going to take it with us. We have enough electric charge and all that. We're also going to put too big, too small, just right. That on here, and yeah, I don't want to risk those again. We'll switch to a normal tank. So if we use those again, we're just going to have a lot more problems. So annoying that that happens. I really like those tanks. They used to work fine, but now they just want to blow themselves up. So what we're going to use is the little twitch engines, if I can find them. There they are. Okay, we're going to need way more fuel than that. Yeah, we're going to put a big flat tank on it. It's going to look kind of stupid, but it's not going to be on there for very long. Now we just need to throw those rover dude wheels on here. I just got to find them. They're currently set to a group, I believe, but they're a little useful. There they are. So, oh yeah, I need to set them on radial. No. Then grab these ones. Now, turn them. I wish there was little attachment points for these on here, but there currently is not. But they do figure themselves out very well, so we won't have to worry about them being all messed up. And we will go ahead and throw some landing legs on it, just so we can get ourselves stable and off the ground when we're finally in position. Are those far enough down? Yeah, we'll lift ourselves off the ground so we don't have to worry about that too much. And just in case we forget to activate the reactor, we'll throw 4 little tiny solar panels out. So we have a fair amount of electric charge. Machinery is a good amount. Supplies, we have probably enough to get there and land, and then we can ship more down or produce directly from the... Oh, we actually have 500 in that too. So 1200, 500. Doesn't one of these also have supplies? Yeah, something's wrong. 500 and 500. It's 1,000. Yeah, the numbers are a bit off, I guess, but we do have a lot. That might actually just be weight. Or is it? It don't matter. We have enough in this stage to get there and back. Okay. So now we need to start producing the stage to get there. We will need you. Oh wait, we also need to put a reaction wheel in here, because I don't want to be over there and then be screwed up because we don't have enough reaction. Wheel control. Now, we are going to need one of these tanks, and we're going to use the vacuum thrust engines. My favorite engine from Vanguard Industries, or Vanguard Aerodynamics. It's a nice little tank. I really enjoy it. Now, the stage to get us where we're going. Another reaction wheel just for good measure. That, and we'll use the Poodle engine just to give us that little extra bit of thrust. So that's 3,000. We need to now get this into orbit. And I forgot to switch my chair. I'm trying to get rid of that constant squeak that I've been having since I started recording. I meant to switch to a new chair, which won't be as comfortable, but it's better than having to listen to that constant creak and groan that my chair has been given since I started. So wait, we have the stage to get there, the stage to circleize our orbit, and the stage to land. So this is the stage that will be used to get us to orbit. We're probably going to have to throw a few boosters on this to get us that needed delta V. Yeah, we're going to have to throw some boosters on this. As always. Large aerodynamic thruster. And the Space Y boosters. My favorite boosters. Actually, let's try and be economical with this now. We're just going to have to go for the super heavy lift. Yeah, there we go. I used to try and do the stage recovery with these, but since we're not actually in a career game, it doesn't really matter. Scout module. So Bill's going to be out there for a little while, and hopefully I won't have any issues. Yeah, the webcam's going to be actually a little bit choppy. So this is going to get us pretty much straight to orbit. Well, not a suborbital trajectory. I should have actually slowed down the thrust to wait, or the thrust on these, because they're currently thrusting at almost 14K. So we're going to hit max velocity very quickly. we might actually burn up in the atmosphere. I might have to go back to the VAB to slow them down. No, we might be fine. And with the webcam now, it makes it so it doesn't sound so weird when you hear that inhaling sound. Because I have been listening to all my recordings, and you can easily hear that sound. Okay, we're just going to wait till we get to out of the atmosphere, and then we'll start doing the final stage thrust. So we'll activate that stage also. But with this, we should be fine. If everything works out correctly, we should have a fair bit of... Come on, roll back over. We should have a fair bit of leeway with the supplies and all that. Because right now, the supply calculations, for some reason, like the rover, it says it has 5 years. But when I was using it, I flew it to Minimus, and it had 7 years, and now it has 5. And it was only in the process of flying there for about, I think it's at 65 days now, so the calculations are pretty far off. I don't know what happened to them, but I might have to reinstall the life support module system to get it right, but it is what it is right now. I just have to be cautious about using this number, because it's calculating way too fast. Like, it's going through seconds, like a minute every couple of seconds, which it doesn't honestly make any sense why it's doing that. I haven't been able to find a reason why. Hopefully in the future I can figure out why it's doing that. I'll probably post on the forums tonight to get an answer about it. But we're almost at the point where we're going to circularize our orbit with the final stage, and again, it does seem like we're going to have more than enough delta V to this, probably a bunch of leftover stuff. Between videos I did scout the planet, trying to find a place with a bit of substrate and a bit of water. We're going to land at that place. It's in one of the lesser craters. So we'll be using one of those for our landing spot, just in case, just so we can mine substrate and water, which is one of the main requirements for our bases. Because I don't want to end up having to worry about them not having substrate and water in any small amount. And we're also going to activate this generator, because I don't want to run out of electric charge. We're not currently getting much from these. Now we're circularizing the orbit. We're only 3 minutes into. The stage has 1700 left. We should have enough to circularize and a fair amount to burn back to the planet. I'll probably end up using this stage up here for landing, just because I'm going to have a lot of fuel left. It's no ifs and or buts about that. And we are at 350. We are falling back towards the planet, but we should be able to get into orbit pretty fine. Don't want to keep increasing our parry or APO so much, but it's going to keep going up. Yeah, screw it. We don't have much of a choice. Our orbit is going to be a little bit weird. Okay, no, we got to keep thrusting. Come on, come on. Okay, is it this one that brings it up? Yeah, that one's the one we need to go to. I just want to lessen our orbital height. just keep thrusting with this stage so we lessen or equalize these orbits, because right now they're pretty far off. And we're actually going down. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and ditch that stage. And when we get up to here, we're going to circleize. We don't really have much of a choice around that. We already have a ton of mulch. Oh, the agricultural module didn't get any fertilizer into it. No worries. We're consuming a very small amount of plutonium, so we'll turn that off on our way to the planet, just because I don't want to end up using it all up. I'll be keeping an eye on it, though, because I don't want to end up with no electrical charge. Worst case scenario, I just got to get Bill to go out and restart the reactor. I believe he can do that. And if you watched my heavy mothership challenge, I finally figured out why I couldn't use the headlamps anymore. It was kind of my own stupidity. And so I thought I had to turn them on with the lights, the light button up here, but it's actually L. And he can't actually start the reactor. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to really keep an eye on power. Okay, so we're here. Now we need to head to Minimus. Select target. Okay, that's going to be a horrible target, or a chance for it. Oh. Come on. Oh, we're so close. Okay, we're gonna have to try and get out of this influence from friggin' the MUN is just screwing up our attempts at connecting with Minimus. We're at 4,600. That's good enough. Okay, we still have 20 plutonium. We're using how much a day? I did look at the number. 65. We'd barely use any of it to get to the planet if we just kept it running. But I think the solar panels are... oh no, we still have the reactor on. So yeah, it's not even using much of the electricity right now. So we'll start thrusting in about 2 minutes. Almost there. There we go. Start thrusting there, and we should be able to get an encounter. What is maneuver? I found that glitch a little bit annoying, where it keeps the hover topic up. I don't even know if that's the right term, but I'm just going to call it a hover topic. But yeah, it keeps it up, and you just gotta find out what did that. But we still do have 3,000 Delta V. We still have 3 stages, including the one that we're firing currently. With this stage, we can get to the planet, and we're probably just gonna ditch it right when we get there. On the way there, we'll use the next stage to do maneuvers and get us aligned to the correct area we need to go and start slowing ourselves down. Once we're slowed down to the point where we're okay with using the top stage, hopefully that it can thrust with those little engines. It might not, which would suck. It's happened before. and the only reason it didn't end terribly is because the landing legs I used, not these landing legs, these are like really lightweight landing legs, the heaviest landing legs for the stock game. I ended up landing on Minimus at 100 meters per second, and bounced about 100 feet in the air, then bounced again about 75, and then kept falling lower and lower, and then finally ended up landing. But it was quite entertaining seeing that. I thought the whole flight was just completely screwed. That was in one of the earlier Colony videos. The bloopers was connected to it also. Those two blooper videos with the, one of the blooper videos with the monopropellant engines, which I'm kind of sad don't really want to function anymore, because those were pretty good engines. .1 meters per second difference. Okay. Okay, we need to go to the retrograde to fix this orbit issue. Just gonna wait for us to swing back. And with the webcam, there is going to be slight delay issues, where I start a video and I'll start talking, and you won't see the webcam till... Oh, that's good. The webcam till a couple seconds in. I don't know why my webcam takes a few seconds to start. It's an old webcam, might be the reason behind it, and it will start flashing green and then it will finally start recording, but it's weird. It doesn't want to properly... It doesn't want to agree with me on many things. So yeah, we're actually going through that plutonium-238 not too quickly. We should have enough plutonium for maybe a year or two with the current electrical consumption that this skip module is using. And I just realized I didn't bring any mining rigs for this thing to be able to use the substrate and water we're going to be landing on, or any testing rigs. But we'll set this down, and then next we'll bring down a little mining rig, just something small, just to get the water and substrate. We don't want something substantial, just something enough to allow us to use the area we're at. Focus view. Actually, that's pretty much on target, so we're going to leave that orbit. This is like the first time in a while that we didn't have to alter our orbit when we're coming in. So we should be able to land this with no problem. Worst case scenario, we crash into the planet. We lose Bill for probably about a month, and then it'll come back. I made sure to turn on Lost Crew Responds, because I hate losing Jeb, Bill, Bob, and Valentina. Even though Valentina's on the planet right now. And I might end up... where we're landing is actually pretty damn close to where she's at. So we're probably just going to drive her over. I might do it between videos, because it's going to be a long drive. Probably about a half-an-hour drive. We have to go over a hill and all that. And I don't want to make it a video of just on the road, because that isn't really good viewing. And the good thing about the asteroid base right now is it has a supply of... It has supplies, and it's saying it's consuming them. The thing has to be updated by going to the asteroid base, and it's using the last calculation it had on the planet, or with Kerbals added, and since there's no Kerbals there, it doesn't realize that it's completely fine. It doesn't have any consumption rate, or it shouldn't have any consumption rate, but it likes to think that it does. So we have a nice little stockpile of plutonium, or not plutonium, supplies up there in case anything hits the fan, because right now Valentina is on the planet with no, she's going to go through her supplies really quickly. Like the scout module is just flying straight through them, which is just ridiculous. I think it might be because we're currently in control of it, but the scout module is actually going very slowly. I don't know. It's a strange little issue. Now, where was I going to land? Ah, right here, below our water and mineral miners. So we're going to... We need to... What is it? We're going in the correct direction around the planet, so we need to go to the normal, not anti-normal, to bring us up, and then the other one to bring us, well, no, the retrograde to bring us down. There we go. Now retrograde. I'm not going to quick save or any of this because for some reason I believe it's the quick save that's doing it. When I quick save, it causes the whole video to fragment. I was using Power Director, I think it's Power Director, to bring together my videos because I couldn't get Windows Media Player, how terrible that sounds, to work properly. So I just said screw it and started using Windows Media Player. I was able to get it to properly work, so I'm going to be mainly using that now, which isn't as bad because Power Director was actually slowing down my computer to the point where if I tried to do anything with it running, like even internet browsing or anything, it would actually cause me to not be able to use my computer for up to 8 to 12 hours. But with Windows Media Player, it does allow me to do stuff. It does take a little bit longer, and it did take a lot of finicking to get it to the point where it's usable. So I'm able to use that now for my video editing software. A lot of people say it's a terrible software to use for it, but after altering it to widescreen, the frame rate to 60, and the bit rate to, I think, 2400? No. Yeah, 2400, maybe 24,000. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. It was quite late in the evening when I started using it. Just in case, actually, let's quick save. Because we're going to ditch that stage. They work. Decent. But, yeah, I was able to alter it to the point where it's not on par, well, it's on par in video generation quality, just not on par with all the extra features like transitions and all that crap. Without transitions and all that, it's not as great, but I very rarely use transitions, mainly because I couldn't set up a transition to be... There's a certain way I wanted transitions, and it just wouldn't work for me, so I was kind of displeased with that. Whoa! We lost our landing lags, I guess. Okay. We're landing on the wheels, I guess. That was kind of strange, but I think it's because of the direction I put these in. It's no issue. We're going to be fine. I think this has a really high heat tolerance. We still have a ton of fuel left in this. And it doesn't really matter that we lost the landing lags. It is what it is. We're at 100 meters left till we land. So let's crank these up a fair bit. Because I don't want to really, well, it doesn't really matter if we break the wheels. We can repair them, no problem. Because we do have an engineer on board. There we go. So we're just gonna brake. It's actually, oh yeah, we need to turn that off. And actually fully turn it off. Toggle torque. Toggle torque. And toggle torque. So we do have the ability to drive around with this, but it's going to be very iffy. It's the problem with driving on Minimus. It's not the best ride. So we have that in here now. I just got to find EVA. My webcam is covering that stuff. It was the best corner to put it on, so my only choice. Scrap part. Scrap part. Scrap part. If I had storage for the specialized parts, it'd be nice, but it is what it is. Scrap part. Come on. There we go. Scrap part. Got anything else we can strap on this? No, that's it. We're just gonna go ahead and pop out that greenhouse, see if it works properly, because we want that to work properly. Oh, and we can retract the wheels, so we didn't even really need those landing legs. Well, we did technically need them, but we can just set down flat on the planet. So now we're flat on the planet. We'll go ahead and start agroponics. We'll see if consumption shows up on this. Balance. So we're producing 7.7 supplies per day. So bill, is it bill? I can't really see because of the whole fact everything's covered, but we'll just click on the... Yeah, Bill Kerman, he'll be fine. We don't have to worry about him running out of food and all that. He'll be safe for... If mulch is still a closed system, he'll be fine for quite a long time. Let's actually speed up through one day. Like supplies are going up 0.43. Fertilizer is going down kind of slow. What is it? 4... It's... Why am I doing that? Let's bring up this again. Consumption. We're using 1 fertilizer a day. He has enough for quite a few days. As long as we still have mulch, which him using food and all that will produce more mulch for us and all that. Let's bring that up and check out the balance. Mulch is -6 per day, and we're not even producing at the full amount. Yeah, we're not even producing at the full speed for it, so we're not going to have to worry about it eating through all of it. But we have the first part of our mining base, and we have actually the water mineral, 2 water mineral base beside us. So if need be, we could actually create, take the the rover that we have just over here, and use that to bring us... Oh, I thought that was like sitting right here, which would have been nice. But we have that to bring us water and minerals. There goes the asteroid base. But we have that to bring us water and minerals and everything to it. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you disliked the video, leave a dislike and a comment. I'd love to hear from you. To hear about the reason why you disliked the video, it's great input. If you want to see future updates on the colony and any other videos I post, just go ahead and leave a subscribe. And I post Monday to Friday, sometimes Saturday, depending on if I find a good challenge on the KSP forums for the challenge and mission ideas. I thank you for watching, and you have a good night.